guys, welcome back to Modern Golf. I hope you're having a great day and even better week. Today we're talking about something a little outside of golf. I hope it doesn't offend any of you. A couple years ago, we reviewed the shorts from TrueWerk, Truewerk. They are really known as being, I think, some of the best apparel for people who work out in the trades, from landscaping to whatever, construction, what have you. So we tested them, reviewed them, told the world what we thought, and just want to kind of do an update of this, and then also kind of show you what we think of the Kujo or Kuyo, depending on who you talk to, how it's pronounced, and then what do I like between all these after testing for a long time. So first, let's talk about TrueWerk, and this is the T2 pant. This pant is a very heavy-duty pant, allegedly, right? This is a winter kind of weight, not winter, but definitely made for colder temperatures. Disappointed with these regarding the durability. I wore these literally the first time I wore them. I was trimming shrubs around my house and totally snagged and ripped these pants like you wouldn't believe after one wearing. Yeah, I got probably caught up on a bush, but literally ripped these to shreds. I like TrueWerk. I like these pants. I go with my standard size. This is your 34. I go with my standard size, so I go 34. They're the leg opening is way too big, I think, for what you're doing. Now, obviously, they want to put these over boots, so I get it. But these aren't my favorite. I like the design of these a lot. I like the Velcro cargo pocket here. You can see I still have, you can see there's holes in here. And literally that's from wearing the first time I wore them. And then there's also one of my favorite pockets here is your cell phone pocket. And it has some great pockets, places behind your keys. And if you look at the back, they have some open pockets. I think we're a misstep with these and with I think all these, I don't think there's any of them that do it. Some type of back pocket closure. If you're a guy who puts your wallet back in there or your phone, it'd be nice to close it up. But again, I like these. There's a couple changes I would make to them. And again, so when it's 30 to 40 degrees, I'll put these on if I'm doing something outside. If it's the end of the year, yard work, what have you. Don't hate these pants, but again, not nearly durable as they suggest they are. We'll get into the T1 shorts. A little same kind of cut and model as the pants. Again, I'm not going to go over all these details. I have them in navy and black. I like both of them. What I will say is they don't run, none of these three run the same size-wise. They're all marked the same, but I think with overseas manufacturing, they all don't fit the same. So like these fit bigger than these, and then these fit the biggest. I've had no issues with quality. I think the only thing you'll notice is literally the finish on the buttons has been disintegrated on the navy ones. Really like these. I think these are almost perfect. And what I mean by almost perfect is sizing becomes a problem, and then there's no way to kind of expand. And we'll get into their new version as well as the Kujo ones as well and what I like. But again, these are basically built the same way, the pants, just a lighter weight version. Again, these were my go-to shorts for a couple years until we kind of discovered some other ones. But again, I don't hate the T1s. I think they're great. I just think sizing is a little disappointing. So this is the new Cloud short. It's not new, but new to me. And they come in two different inseams, an 8-inch and 10-inch. This sizing is different because so you go small, medium, large, extra large, etc. Couple things with the closure. It's single versus the other one is double, which I don't mind. But there's also a tie string. So if you're someone who doesn't want to wear a belt, let's say you're going outside just to work for 20 minutes and you don't want to get formally all dressed to go cut the grass or what have you. Really nice that way. Pockets are a little different. As you can see, there's still the phone pocket. Still has belt loops. But one thing I really liked about these, they can expand. So if you ate too much spaghetti at lunch or the night before, these fit great. I love these. Again, 8-inch, 10-inch. 8-inch fits a little short for me, and 10-inch is too long. I'm always in that middle of nowhere ground. Again, I would like to see some type of closure on these pockets. I just think what happens is you put your gloves back in here or whatever, all of a sudden this pocket's sagging forever. But really like these, really lightweight. This is olive green or camo. I don't know what, I think they call it their olive green or camo green. Really like it. Has a little bit of reflective materials here. Very stretchy shorts, like super stretchy shorts. Really like these. Very lightweight. Almost feels a little bit like you're wearing a bathing suit. I know that sounds weird, but it's kind of a neat way to explain it. But these I really, really like. So now let's get into the Kujo side of things. And so they're short, and I'll put all the names up because I don't know everyone's name. So same thing, I went with a 34, which is kind of my size. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's not. These are a little longer length. These do have pockets with closures on the back, which I really like. Does have some expandability here on the sides, which I really like. This has kind of a ripstop material, again, which I really like. A couple things I don't love with these. I like that it has the phone pocket, just like the other ones right here, and I'll put pictures up as well. They run a little long. I think it's like a 10-inch. It seems to be a little long. I think they call them a 9-inch, and I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I also not a huge fan of the neon green. I know that's their color, but like it's just a bit odd. You know, it's not my favorite with the big K on the back. You know, I think they can kind of tweak this a little bit. I like everything about these, I would say, besides really the green on everything. The length is a little too long, and again, that's personal, but I wish they offered them in 2 different lengths. And one thing I've noticed with these, more than I've noticed with any of these other ones, is they seem to grow. What I mean by that is like when you sweat, and all of a sudden these shorts will fit you here, and then it seems like by the time you're done, they stretch out, and they are very stretchy. Like they're 2 inches too long. And so when I fight these, I feel like I always have to wear a belt to make sure they don't move a ton. Again, I like this, everything. I think there's some tweaks they can make, and they'd be close to perfect. And then I also picked up their pants, and their pants I really enjoy. Same cut, same everything, but what they did with these, which I like, they got rid of all the neon green. So I don't understand why they do neon green on the gray and not on some colors. I think this is more, I want to say, normal looking. Like you could go to a job site with these and not look awful, where I think with some of these, you're kind of like, why do you have neon green logos all over your clothes? So let's talk about these. Super lightweight. Absolutely love these pants. This is a, you know, Kujo is made for more landscaping, but a landscaper's dream. And we'll go over some of the details here real quick. Has the phone pocket. Has a lot of little pockets in here. One for your pencil, one for all kinds of stuff, your keys. Snap pockets on the cargo pockets, which I really like. It's not Velcro. I'm really impressed with these. Again, the button is really, closure is really well made. You can feel it. Again, has a little bit of expandability on the side. Back pockets are closure, and again, the K is just tone on tone, so it doesn't look like, you know, like you're, I don't know. I don't love the neon with this, but these are a dream because it's almost like wearing shorts. This is like a basketball mesh, which is, I know, kind of odd, but I like the design thoughts of it, on the back of your calf. So you can wear these where you're not catching shrapnel off your shins. You know, this will protect it a little bit, and then still breathability for these. Love these. Have the same type of issue regarding the sizing. When they get a little bit humid, they tend to pull down, so I don't love that aspect of it. But if I had to pick my druthers, of which ones do I like, I think for shorts in the summer, these are great, really depending on your trades. But I think if you're a landscaper or just like me, a homeowner who just wants something to wear that's not going to ruin another pair of shorts or what have you, love the TrueWerk Cloud shorts. Haven't tried their pants yet. Love the Kujo and different greens, but love the Kujo pant. And if I had to go to a true winter pant, I would say maybe the T2 works, the TrueWerks, but again, I don't love the fit, and the durability has been awful. You know, when they get torn up when you're walking in between bushes, and I get it, it happens. I'm not blaming them, but it's just not the greatest for a $100 pair of pants or whatever they sell them for, $89. Not super durable, but really like, again, the Kujo side of things regarding their pants, their shorts. I wish they came in different inseams and got rid of the neon green. And then I really have enjoyed the TrueWerk. And this is their Cloud short. Really good. I know they also make this in a pant, and maybe I'll try that at some point. But there's a couple things I would even change with these. But overall, really like both of them. But if I had to pick two out of all these that I like the most, it's the Kujo pant and it's a TrueWerk Cloud short. Now, as we go into fall and winter and that kind of stuff, yeah, then you want to get heavier stuff. But for the middle of summer, like I'm in July right now, these are two that I absolutely love, and the other ones kind of sit. I still like these shorts. Don't get me wrong. I just would like them a little shorter. And I found, and I'll wrap up, I found Kujo stuff ran long for everything. Even their pants that said a 30-inch inseam, I had, believe it or not, I went to a tailor and had them taken a good 1.5 inches off. So I'm not sure how their manufacturing is, but they weren't 30 inches, I can assure you that. And the tag says, because I even thought about it, the tag says 30 inches on it. So goes to show you. But anyway, just want to kind of do a wrap-up and comparison of these two brands and what we like and what we don't like. Again, I think if for the middle of summer, these two win. You go into fall, and maybe those are better options. And again, TrueWerk, I would say, add a little, like they've done with these, a little spandex or a little type of stretch, and these would be a home run. Because these shrunk up on me. And again, the sizing is so different on all three. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, TrueWerk, we love the new Cloud short, and Kujo's pant, and I think they call it their landscaper pant. I'll put all the information up. Again, I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't get any discounts or what have you. These are all paid by my own. So if you guys have any questions, again, let me know. But the TrueWerk Cloud short, I've really enjoyed this summer, and certainly the Kujo pant really have enjoyed as well. So the other ones, they're okay. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll catch up with you next time. Thanks, guys.